Understandably, many people get confused about the difference between mood and tone in literature. Mood relates with the reader and how they feel while reading the story. Tone relates with the author and how the author feels about the topic and the characters within the story. Let's take an example. All Summer in a Day by Ray Bradbury. This story is all about some children that live on the planet Venus, and they don't see the sun for a very long time, 7 years to be exact. There's a main character, her name is Margot, and she's a weak little girl who just moved to the planet Venus, and she's seen the sun, and all the other children don't believe her. They think, no way, Margot's never seen the sun before. She's a liar. And eventually they lock her in a closet when the sun is finally coming out after 7 years. Some of these children have never seen the sun in their life. And they lock her in a closet because they think it's all a joke. Here's a passage from All Summer in a Day. As I read it, be thinking about what's the mood and what's the tone. All a joke, said the boy, and seized her roughly. Hey, everyone, let's put her in a closet before the teacher comes. No, said Margot, falling back. They surged about her, caught her up, and bore her, protesting, and then pleading, and then crying, back into a tunnel, a room, a closet, where they slammed and locked the door. They stood looking at the door and saw it tremble from her beating and throwing herself against it. They heard her muffled cries. Then, smiling, they turned and went out back down the tunnel, just as the teacher arrived. Let's talk about the mood first. While reading the passage, I felt sad for Margot. I felt shocked that the kids would do this to her, and I felt scared. Let's look for words that show this mood. Seized roughly, that's pretty scary. Margot is crying, that's sad. The door is trembling, that's pretty scary. Here she is crying again. So, and I'm really shocked that the kids are smiling after all of this. Now let's talk about the tone. So the tone is, how does the author feel about the situation and characters? I think that the tone is a little bit playful at first, and because here it says all a joke, and William is talking so playfully in this dialogue here, and even this word smiling shows that playfulness. And so it makes me think, Ray Bradbury feels that these children are pretty naive. They don't realize what they're doing is serious. They just think it's all fun and games. They're also impulsive. They're doing this really fast without thinking. So like the word surged, and just this really long sentence with all these commas, it all happens so fast. Hopefully this has shown you the difference between mood and tone. And yes, sometimes the mood and tone can be the same because the author is intentionally using words to make you feel a certain way.